Hi, I'm Lena Terrell, and we're here to talk to you about our artist, Joshua Harker. He is an American artist whose focus is on 3D and sculptural art. He was born in 1970, and he lived on a commune during his early life. Along with being formally trained in art, he also learned by immersing himself in the practice with technology, and which led to him finding his niche in 3D printing. His fascination with 3D printing and digital sculptural began when he was working as a commercial sculptor in toy design. And in the early 90s, he founded a company that worked with boutique design, and in 2008 he resigned as the president and CEO so he could start focusing more on his art.
After 20 years of technological development, Harker finally found a way to create his 3D printed sculptures. His sculptures are organic, which for the medium he works in is an extremely hard feat. Harker takes it one step further by casting his 3D sculptures in bronze. One of his most notable sculpture series is the Tangle series. The Tangle series is considered a landmark not only in the history of 3D print, but in the history of sculpture as well. In this series, Harker's works draw inspiration from surrealist artists like Salvador Dali and Andre Breton.
Hi, I'm Joshua Harker, and this is going to be your assignment for the day. So, what I'm really trying to do with my art is push the limits of form and dimension. I really just am trying to explore what can be made, just how forms can come together and just become this story or experience that we can all understand and feel as a collective. I do this through the use of 3D printing. I also use more traditional mediums such as casting and bronze, and I use these in order to kind of bring the aspect of time together. Like, I'm taking the old and the new and I'm making something else. It's kind of what I'm doing when I'm making a 2D image on the computer and it comes out in this 3D form. I'm bridging 2D, 3D, old, new, creating this fourth dimension of time that incorporates a story into my work. It's really just about experiencing it and understanding it. So when I'm talking about making this fourth dimension in my work, it really goes back to it has roots in abstraction and surrealism, where they were kind of making this fourth dimension of time that didn't necessarily really exist. It was more of like a dreamlike state for a lot of the art. And so with mine, that's really what I mean by making this fourth dimension. I'm just trying to bring together abstract neo-surrealism and representational interpretation in order to create something that is contemporary and something that's new. So I'm bringing all these facets into my work in order to create this fourth dimension, just as others did in the past, but in a new way. So y'all's assignment for today is to get online, get on a 3D imaging software. It's called Tinkercad, where you can create 3D forms online and possibly 3D print them out later. It's possible to do that with it. But what I want y'all to do is to create a story about life, about anything really, just a dream you had, just anything that you deem a story. Make it visually, create it, and just make it on this software and have fun with it. Don't think too hard about it. It's supposed to be here for y'all to have fun and just roll with it.
Harker's work is very reminiscent of surrealist ideals of creating a four-dimension of time in a dreamlike state. For example, Salvador Dali created his dreamlike state in his 1931 piece, Persistence of Memory. In this piece, Dali creates melting clocks on a landscape, and this landscape is based from the cliffs of his home in Catalonia, Spain. There are also ants that are attracted to the clocks, kind of like ants are attracted to decaying food. He also includes a deformed face that is interpreted as a self-portrait, and this self-portrait portrays spider-like eyelashes and an oozing snail coming from the nose. Harker kind of takes away the aesthetic qualities from the spider-like eyelashes, and as well as the melting clocks, and in his Tangled series. Both Series and Dolly's paintings show organic forms. Dolly wanted to convey a painted dream photograph, which is something that Harker is also trying to do, only through sculpture.
In the words of Joshua Harker, my art is about pushing the limits of form and dimensions to share my visions, an exploration into what can be made and how it can be accomplished in an effort to tell a story or create an experience. In this assignment, you need to create an object using Tinkercad to tell a story. When you make this object, consider all you've learned up until this point about artists like Salvador Dali and Joshua Harker. The story you tell with your created object can be personal, it can be non-personal, it can be something simple or elaborate. Just make sure that you have fun.